it was a very sober moment, especially for the family, because when the body of this student arrived here, we saw the tears from the family members, fellow students, and even the villagers here rolling down their faces, because now they're beginning to realize that really this has happened. And then this is the last day of this young man who was doing third year at the University of Walter Sisulu. And then he was described as a man who was protective, as more especially against gender-based violence. He was really focused, humble. At the same time, he wanted to change in this small village of Masakala. But now we know that this has been going on for some time now. I'm joined by the Walter Sisulu University Registrar, Dr. Lulamile just before me, to tell us more about this, because we understand that really the past few days has been eventful. We know that it started from the unrest to the shooting incident, and we know that now we're now at the funeral. For sure, it is not an easy pill to swallow. Can you just maybe take us through on that?
Yes, Nyembezi, it has been a hard time to our university, and indeed a shock about the incident. And hence the University Council took solid decisions that the university must take full responsibility and make sure the student is buried with dignity. We've done that today to make sure that Sisonke is rest in peace, in dignity, and to make sure that as well we mourn with the family and we transition with the family and get into a new chapter of healing.
So what is the university's stance on the bail application of the suspect? We understand that on the 2nd of May he will be reappearing before the court of law, and then is supposed to make a bail application.
The university firstly suspended the accused staff member to have committed this shootout, and indeed when we learned that he was arrested by police, we have taken a full support to the law and its process to take its course, to make sure that justice ultimately is served on the matter of Sisonke.
So would you say maybe the situation now is better now at the university, is calmer as compared to the previous days?
It is so ambivalent, it's so somber, and I think as we have come here today, we will transition to accept that we have to move on. And the Council of the University have asked the university management to roll out counseling services to our students who have been affected psychologically about the situation, to make sure they have strong coping mechanisms to go back to their teaching and learning activities. It's not a moment that university is proud of. It's a moment where we have said from the side of the university, it shall never happen again.
Tell us more about the investigation that has been conducted by the council. Are we likely maybe to see answers to the questions?
We are confident that the retired Judge Jafta, will assist the university as he is heading the commission to arrive to a true truth that exactly what happened, because we want to know exactly what happened so that the university can take decisive actions and take actions that are able to give equal answer to what has happened. So we have a trust that Judge Jafta will assist with the commission.
Doc, for sure, this must have been a wake-up call. Do you have a firearm policy? And then are you sure that these students, even in fact, the population within this institution are really safe?
We had no reasons not to believe our students are not safe. for a very long time, our safety and security has been strong as a university in that campus of Mthatha. We have noticed with great regret the lapse of security and the violence that has taken place. And we have taken a stance to even say the company that was contracted to do or conduct or to render security services on behalf of the university, when it had failed and turned its guns to our students, we have terminated its contract. We do have rules in place that regulate and prohibit the arms and all forms of weapon coming into university. And going forward, ours is to make sure those who are in the security cluster of the university enforces all means and all university rules to make sure that we don't have guns on the premises of the university, whether legally or illegally. The council has declared our campuses as gun-free zone campus.
Thank you very much, Doc. That was Dr. Lulamile from the University of Walter Sisulu. He's a registrar there. But now I'm now joined by a family spokesperson here, Mr. Nkoncedo. Beg your pardon. Say, Mr. Kolanisi, how is the family been holding up on this matter?
Well, it has been an emotional roller coaster. Since day one of the passing of the young man by the name of Sisonke Mbolekwa. You must remember, Nkululeko, that this is not just a person that was going to better his future, but he was going to better the future of his mother, his family, and the entire community. If you remember correctly, even in his memorial service, it was reported with evidence that he was indeed a protector of women. And you know the community that he comes from is embattled by many cases of gender-based violence. So this was an epitome of hope, an epitome of a person that will create a new generation of men that are conscious towards gender-based violence.
So are you happy about the way in which the university has been handling the matter or the ordeal?
We can never be happy until the university issues a public apology, first and foremost, for denying the existence of this young man in the university as a student. We hear them saying that they are taking responsibility, but however, in the same manner that they went on TV and rejected knowing him, they should do it in the same manner and actually say, no, we were wrong, we are sorry for the criminal injury caused, we take full responsibility for that, and it shall never happen again. Because you must remember, Nkululeko, everybody, there are many people out there that were watching, and there are still many people that think that Sisonke was actually a criminal that trespassed in Walter Sisulu University.
So how has the family welcomed the arrest and the court appearance of the suspect?
Well, it brought comfort to the mother, to be specific, that actually the wheels of justice are taking place. And also we have to commend the senior officer, which I cannot mention by name, that was appointed to take care of this case, you understand. Also, we cannot run away from the fact that it was the intervention of General Mutishani, who is the commissioner of Owartambo region. It was his intervention that caused that this docket should be treated in, with the greatest interest as it deserves.
So what would the family like to see going forward on this matter?
Well, my brother, we cannot run away from the fact that the funeral doesn't cover the future possible loss of earnings of the family. Here they have taken away a young man that has not even entered into the labor market but had prospects of entering into the labor market. This was a third-year student, so the university must not just bury the child, but however there should be compensations in plan for the family to take place, or else we will compel them through court to do that.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Kolanisi speaking on behalf of the family here. Yeah, the funeral is now almost over. Back to you at studio.
All right, thank you for that. That's Nkululeko Nyembezi live for us there in Matatiele.